Here we go. Alright, find the second derivative. So the first derivative, start with that. First you want to change that to 1/2 power. So that would be, when you change it to the 1/2 power and you derive it, you'd have 1/2, and then you'd be left with x to the 1/2. When you subtract a power, you get a negative 1/2 power. So the square root of x is 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. And then this is a product rule. So for that product rule, you're going to have, first is derive e to the x, which is simply e to the x, ln x, plus leave e to the x, and derive ln x. So the derivative of ln x is 1 over x. We're done with that. Now, do we have to simplify it? Not really, because basically we're going to be doing a second derivative right now. And looking at this, there's nothing that's really going to make a big difference to simplify when we're going after the second derivative. So let's do the second derivative. Leave the 1/2. You're going to bring this out front, so that becomes a negative 1/4. Subtract 1 from that, you got negative 3 over 2. Okay, this is going to be a product rule. So when you product rule this, you got e to the x ln x plus e to the x 1 over x, deja vu. Plus, we now need to derive this piece right here. That, you can either think of this one as a quotient or a product. I would probably consider this to be x to the negative first here. I'd probably do a product and make that x to the negative first. So when I think of it as x to the negative first derive the first piece, that would be e to the x, and leave x to the negative first, plus leave e to the x, and derive x to the negative first. The derivative of x to the negative first is, well, you take the negative, put it out front, so it would be negative, and it would be x to the negative second. Alright, that would be your derivative. Now we just see if anything can kind of group up, simplify. I'm not going to worry about common denominators. I'm just going to kind of group it up right now. So, this one would be negative 1 over 4 x to the 3 over 2. That's when you get rid of the negative power. Plus, does this have anything to combine with? No, but do all of these have an e to the x? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put e to the x out front. Is that okay? Because they all have an e to the x. And then it looks like we have ln x for this one. This one has, aren't those the same? Don't we have two 1 over x's? And what's 1 over x plus 1 over x? It's 2 over x. Because these are both the same. 1 over x plus 1 over x, you add the tops if the bottoms are the same. And this one's going to be minus 1 over x squared. Now, could I take this and get a common denominator? Yes, but we're not going to worry about that. Because then we have to also get this common denominator. This should all be nice. It's just that's a nice little GCF that you probably want to pull out.